Hate ads? Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
Farts and David?
David is awesome, and we talked about farts.
David and farts.
David and farts.
Yeah, that was basically it, wasn't it?
That was basically
You got anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay.
Everybody farts except David.
At least according to the chronicler.
Yep.
So that was 1 Chronicles chapter 18.
Sure as fuck was.
And today we're going to be getting into
1 Chronicles chapter 19.
All right, let's go do this.
Yep.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Okay, 1 Chronicles chapter 19.
Okay,
here we go. Sometimes after this. This.
Yeah. Yep.
Whatever that thing that happened.
That, a little bit of this.
Yesterday.
A little bit of that.
After David was awesome. King Nahash of the Ammonites died.
Oh,
and
man.
his son Hanun became king. David said, I'm going to show some loyalty to Hanun. Because his father Nahash was always loyal to me. Oh, maybe this is where they were like, how dare, and they're insulted by his gifts.
Okay, you think?
Remember, we thought that was yesterday, and then
Maybe.
It didn't come to pass.
Maybe, but they left out the bit where. Okay, all right, I'm holding judgment here.
Okay.
Until I hear what's going on.
So David sent messengers to express sympathy to Hanun about his father's death. But when David's ambassadors arrived in the land of Ammon, the Ammonite commander said to Hanun, do you really think these men are coming here to honor your father? Shit.
Oh, hold on, though. They left out the bit where they kind of fucked with the people that came to see them in the first place.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't remember that.
I could be wrong.
No,
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember that.
Okay, whatever.
David has sent them to spy out the land so they can come in and conquer it, you dumbass. Don't believe them.
Right.
That's what they're saying over there.
Yeah.
So Hanun seized David's ambassadors. Oh, yeah. And
Shaved
shaved them. Cut off their robes at the buttocks and sent them back to David in shame.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That was mean.
It was dumb.
They showed off their wieners.
But
Remember,
also,
it was about showing off their circumcision wieners.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still don't understand why you would fuck with the guy that can conquer you.
Right?
Well,
apparently they don't believe it. I don't know.
Maybe. But he's conquered a lot of people.
Right.
So
it just seems...
You're picking a fight at the very least.
Right. And why would you pick a fight with a hornet's nest?
Right.
When David heard what had happened to the men, he sent messengers to tell them, stay at Jericho until your beards grow out, you poor ugly fuck bastards.
That's not what it said.
And then come back.
Not really. He was talking to his messengers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying, you poor
But he did tell them to stay there
bastards.
till the beards grow out.
Yeah, stay here. Let your hair grow.
Right.
That's
very important.
They felt deep shame because of their appearance.
Yeah.
Well, they should.
No.
No, just kidding.
Just shave that shit off.
Yeah, just shave it off. Start over. Whatever.
Right?
It ain't no thing. Everybody got a wiener.
I mean,
not
everybody has a beard.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess everybody doesn't have a wiener. I don't know.
No, not
that. When the people of Ammon realized how seriously they had angered David, Hanun and the Ammonites sent 75,000 pounds of silver to hire chariots and charioteers.
They're like, oh fuck.
From Aram Naharaim.
But okay,
Aram, Maacah, and Zobah.
But you didn't know you were fucking with him when you did this the first time? Like, were you just, like, prepared to send him that much silver?
Right.
Why did you do this in the first place?
Well, they're like, they picked a fight, and then they're like, oh shit, we picked a fight. And so then they're not sending silver to David to say, sorry. They're sending silver to these other guys to gear up for war. Right. So they weren't prepared to send it to David.
Oh, okay.
You weren't listening.
I thought they said they sent gifts to David.
No, I was literally reading it when you, were talking over me.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah. Hanun and the Ammonites sent 75,000 pounds of silver to hire chariots and charioteers from Aram Naharaim, Aram Maacah, and Zobah. See, I knew what you were saying, and I was trying to finish it.
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
I know.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
You fucked that up.
I suck.
Okay, so they were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that time when we picked a fight. Yeah. And so now they're like, now we gotta fight.
We gotta get an army quick.
Yeah. They also hired 32,000 chariots and secured the support of the king of Maacah and his army. These forces camped at Medeba, where they were joined by the Ammonite troops that Hanun had recruited from his own towns. Okay. He's like, you guys, we gotta go fight.
Right, because I felt like fucking with somebody.
Yeah. This is the find out phase of fuck around. When David heard about this, he sent Joab and all his warriors to fight him. Get him! Yeah. The Ammonite troops came out and drew up their battle lines at the entrance of the city, while the other kings positioned themselves to fight in the open fields. I think it would be fun to gather all the kings up and just put them all in an empty swimming pool and be like, okay, you guys all fight it out now. Just the kings.
Right.
Just the kings.
Well, that was always like, why don't you just let the people that are in charge fight? Yeah. Then you don't gotta kill a bunch of people.
Exactly. When Joab saw that he would have to fight on both the front and the rear, he chose some of Israel's elite troops and placed them under his personal command to fight the Arameans in the fields. He left the rest of the army under the command of his brother Abishai, who was to attack the Ammonites. If the Arameans are too strong for me, then come over and help me, Joab told his brother. And if the Ammonites are too strong for you, I will help you.
What if they're too strong for both of them?
We asked that same question the first time that we read through this. Yep. Be courageous, continued Joab. Let us fight bravely for our people and the cities of our God. May the Lord's will be done. That's the answer to that question.
Okay. It's all about the Lord's will, not the size of the army or
how well you fight.
Right.
Or how skilled you are.
Right.
Even if you fight great, but you're not skilled. Oh, wells.
Yeah.
When Joab and his troops attacked, the Arameans began to run away.
Oh.
When the Ammonites saw the Arameans running, they also ran from Abishai and retreated into the city.
Sounds like an easy battle.
Right?
Yeah.
Then Joab returned to Jerusalem. The Arameans now realized that they were no match for Israel.
Yeah.
So they sent messengers and summoned additional Aramean troops from the other side of the Euphrates River.
Wait, were they no match for Israel or no match for God? Because I thought God was,
a good question.
You know what I mean? Was it the God or was it Israel?
True. I mean, that's a fair question.
Right.
These troops were under the command of Shobach, the commander of Hadadezer's forces. When David heard what was happening, he mobilized all Israel. He got on his cell phone and he was like, everybody come. He crossed the Jordan River and positioned his troops in battle formation. Then David engaged the Arameans in battle and they fought against him. Yeah. That's what happens when you go fight.
Right.
But again, the Arameans fled from the Israelites. This time, David's forces killed 7,000 charioteers and 40,000 foot soldiers.
Damn.
Including Shobach, the commander of their army.
I think by now, David must be up to the hundreds of thousands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not the tens of
David
thousands.
David has his hundreds of thousands.
Right.
When Hadadezer's allies saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they surrendered to David and became his subjects. After that, The Arameans were no longer willing to help the Ammonites. The end.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
Sometimes David does it. Sometimes the armies do it. Sometimes Israel does it. Sometimes God does it.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
That is true. That's true. All right. Well, that was 1 Chronicles chapter 19.
Sure as fuck was.
And tomorrow we will be back with
1 Chronicles chapter 20.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.